Listen-only mode.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. It's not even, well, boom, 9 o'clock a.m. on the dot here on the West Coast, which makes it noon lunchtime for, well, everybody on the East Coast. I don't know if we've got anybody on the East Coast. I'm sure we do. Before we get started here, I'll introduce myself in a minute. We're going to talk about getting some listings here, but I'm going to ask for a little bit of group audience participation. Just see the system's working and whatnot. So if you're on the webinar right now and you can see my screen, I'll take my yellow marker and I'm going to just paint a little happy face here, right? And there you go. And if you can see that, what I'd like you guys to do is look around on your computer desktop, okay, and look for the little arrow icon and click on it. And what that does is it opens up a little drop-down box. It's a little box, and you could just type things into it and hit enter, and it'll send them over. So what I'd like you guys to do is maybe type in hello and the name of your city. You could say, hey, hello from Seattle, or, howdy from Houston, something like that. And then I'm going to just kind of scroll through the comment lot and see where you guys are at today. Alternatively, if you have a preference, whether you want to talk about getting short sale listings today, FSBO, expired, divorce, probate, if one of those things really excites you, maybe type that in. Say, hey, Houston, this is Hal from Houston. I'm excited about divorce listings. I don't know. You guys could write whatever you want. But do that now. And then it lets me know that you guys can hear me. It lets me know the audio is working real clearly. Lets me know that you guys can see my screen. And it lets me know that if you have questions, they're not going to go unanswered because you know how to communicate with me. And so the only reason, as you look around on your computer desktop right now, because let's see, we've got 24 people in the room, 25 people in the room right now, and not a soul. Never mind. Hey, Marcia. Marcia can hear me. Marcia can see. Marcia can type. And Marcia can say hello from the same place I'm at here on the planet day in San Diego. That's great, Marcia. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me loud and clear. Everybody else, in fact, if you're just checking in right now, you haven't missed a thing. We're just getting started. So welcome to the room, everybody. Welcome to the room, Kathy and Stephanie. I see you guys just popped in. We're just figuring out how to fly the plane. I know how to fly it, but I want to make sure you guys know how to be good passengers. So for those of you who haven't checked in, just look around on your computer desktops. And what I'm going to do, yep, good, we're live and we're recording. Look around and look for the little arrow icon. And again, everybody just go ahead and click on that, type in the name of your city and say hello, and just hit enter to send it on over. And then the first person to do that, besides Marcia, because you've already done it, the next person to do that, because this is really weird, we've got 27 people in the room, and I've only been able to communicate with one of you guys. Hey, okay, I'll go down the list and I'll just kind of call out some names, and I'll start down with Amanda, Kathy, Michael, P, Lewis. We'll go on down the line. Michelle, Sherry, are you guys here and are you able to see the screen and you're able to hear the audio? No problems. And can you communicate with me? All you need to do is click on that little arrow and type in a message. That'd be great. Okay, good, good. Nice to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, so for some reason, there's a large participatory group, and then there's a large non-participatory group, and that's okay one way or the other. Maybe you guys are all on iPads or something. So my name is Chris Sylvain. I'm the founder of Simple Listing Solutions. We're going to talk about some things today. Primarily, we're going to talk about how to get listings, just how to get listings. I'm not even going to put a label in front of the listings like default, FSBO, whatever. How to get listings. That's what we're in real estate for. I mean, it's nice to work with buyers, and it's nice to work. I enjoy working with buyers, especially when we're out looking at fun houses, like, expensive, fun things. And like, wow, I'd love to move into this thing. That's fun stuff. When you got a great qualified buyer, they like you. They're not going anywhere. They signed a buyer broker agreement. They got at least 20% down payment, and they got to buy. It's not like they've got choices. They got to buy something, and they're ready to go. That's good business. You can go write a strong offer. It's like that's good real estate business. But outside of that, we want listing inventory. It doesn't matter if it's the listing is a result of a divorce, or it was a FSBO that got tired, or an expired that's ready to try again, or default didn't qualify for a loan mod, couldn't do a HARP 2.0 refi, we just don't want to get foreclosed on, so go ahead and short sale the house. It doesn't matter to us, right? A listing is a listing is a listing. And in this market, and I don't care if you're in Florida or San Diego or anywhere in between, if you've got one, you can sell it if it's priced right, right? If it's priced right, right? The biggest complaint right now that I'm hearing, talking to agents that I'm working with, is that, hey, ton of buyers, real tight inventory, and short sales are drying up and going away. Not everywhere, but a lot of places they are. They are. So, we're in this business to get short sale. Not short sale. We're in this business to really get listings, right? When you got listings, if you know how to leverage your inventory and you understand the purpose of the listing is to get another one, right? You know how to leverage your inventory to do that. That's great. You can do that. You can use your inventory to build upon itself. You can use your inventory to generate those great buyer kind of clients that I was just talking about, right? You can do all kinds of stuff with inventory. Okay, and we're going to talk about how to go really get it today. Now, again, I just said my name is Chris Silveda, and I started this little company, Simple Listing Solutions, about 5 years ago to help real estate agents get short sale listings, and man, we kick butt at that. Pardon my language. I hope you guys don't mind that, but I'm a realtor like you. I've got a real estate license. I just sold a nice listing just quite recently, just closed, and I was amazed. I wish I had 10 more of them. Could have sold it 10 more times. I would have raised the price, right? So I know what you guys do. And I've been doing it for 8, 9 years. Before I began my real estate career, I traveled around the country for 8 years with a guy by the name of Joe Stumpf. And if you don't know him, you ought to, because he's the #1 dialogue skills coach on the planet for real estate. Sold him a couple houses, learned a lot. Great guy. Right? But what I learned along the way was some really powerful gold, and I'm just going to give it to you today because you don't need me. You guys, you've taken an hour out of your day to invest in your real estate practice, not to invest in me. I understand that, and I'm not going to waste your time. Right? You've got Joe Stump, Brian Maffini, Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Howard Brinton, CDPE program 3648, Craig Proctor. You've got everything to try and sell you stuff all day long. That's not what we're going to do right now. That's not what we're going to do right now. This is going to be a webinar unlike anyone you've ever been on before. Okay, so realtor to realtor right now. Let's just take off our real estate agent hats and put on our marketer hats and have a conversation. We're always going to hang out like we're having coffee together. I've got a cup right here in front of me, in fact. Okay, and before I began my real estate career, I told you guys I traveled the country for 8 years with a top national trainer, right? And before I did that, I had a degree in marketing. I was writing ad copy, and I'm writing copy. And I want to tell you guys, last night I was up until 2 a.m. struggling writing copy because that's just it's just the sorrow of a writer. It took me 2 hours to come up with 2 little paragraphs. 2 hours to come up with 2 little paragraphs, but they're powerful paragraphs, and I'm just going to share them with you before we start even this webinar. Right? I wrote, "Dear friend, if you've been practicing real estate for more than 90 seconds and haven't yet built a list to start sending your unique service offer to each and every month without fail, what are you waiting for?" So let me ask you guys, you've been practicing real estate for more than 90 seconds? And if so, do you have your list and do you have your unique service offer and have they been getting it every month? Because if they haven't, what are you waiting for? All right. And then next I wrote, listings come from relationships, and until you've mastered the ability to orchestrate referrals from the people who already know, like, and trust you, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to start chasing strangers, does it? Right. Now, that said, it doesn't mean that a strong weekly habit of knocking on doors isn't a fabulous way of converting strangers to non-strangers. It doesn't mean that a great letter campaign dripped on divorce or probate or default or expired or FSBO prospects over the course of a few months isn't a great idea. It just means first things first. First things first. I really believe in first things first. And I'm going to show you how to build a six-figure, what I'm going to show you guys right now is a six-figure real estate toolbox, right? And how it works and how you guys can go do the same thing. All right. So I put together this little PowerPoint presentation. It's kind of funny. I think I'll walk you guys through this slideshow. I've got this idea here of this cat and a mouse from my friend Dean Jackson, who said, Chris, tell your clients, you got to tell them that their prospects are like mice, right? They want the cheese. They don't want the cat, right? Mice are programmed to do 2 things: get the cheese, avoid the cat. Right. The cheese, what's the cheese? Any information that will help them get from where they are to where they want to be. Right. Home sold and moved into a bigger home, avoid whatever it is, wherever they want to be. That's the cheese. They need the information. Right. Who's the cat? It's usually the information provider, right? Breathing commission breath. Right. So, you want to have the information, but you don't want to look or sound like a cat. Right. That's lesson number 1. So anyway, that's why I put that little picture there for you guys. But as I stated earlier, what I've been doing for the last 5 years is helping real estate agents get short sale listings, and I've been doing it for amazing ways, right? I realized years ago that nobody knew what CDPE meant, at least not in my sphere of influence. Hey, Mom, do you know what CDPE is? She thought that was like a division of the IRS. So I had to come up with my own designation for myself called Certified Short Sale Advisor because it was much more clear. And then eventually I realized that I better become a foreclosure alternatives advisor because people, they don't even want to talk about short sales. My short sale prospects, they don't even want to talk about short sales. See, I realized that 10 out of 10 short sale salmon began life as loan modification minnows. That's what they wanted to talk about, saving their home. So if I could go out in the world as a Keller Williams agent, right, and say, hey, listen, I'm a foreclosure alternatives advisor with Keller Williams. Sure, I help people buy and sell, but I also help people save their homes through loan modifications and HARP 2.0, and I can help you guys. My services are free. Thanks for not keeping me a secret. Anybody you know and care about, right, I can help them too. Oh, right. That changed everything. Now the loan mod minnows started jumping in my bucket, right, and I could start feeding them nutrient-rich information, and they would morph into a short sale salmon right in front of me. Hey, sorry, we don't qualify for a loan mod HARP 2.0, but you can help us with the short sale, right, Chris? Aren't you also a certified short sale advisor? I sure am. Oh, great. Right. So learning how to swim in the waters out there. It's like, you want short sale listings? Don't go be a cat, right? The mice, they're out of here, right? You want short sale listings? Go be a foreclosure alternatives advisor who helps people save their homes with HARP and HAP, right? And then know how to communicate that, know how to broadcast that message. Right. So I started thinking along those lines, and I came up with websites that position myself and clients, that I work with as short sale gurus, right, that people could go to and they could find out if they're looking at a deficiency judgment. They could get help with HARP 2.0 for free, loan mod forms. How do we submit these to our lender? All that stuff. They could get a book that I wrote called The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, right, how to avoid foreclosure, get your lender to pay all the sales costs for free. Doesn't cost you a penny. Right, a book that positioned me as a guru or my clients, right? So these kinds of things. Craigslist ads in the rental section, because people facing foreclosure, they're looking in Craigslist rentals. Where are we going to live, right? And I would slip these HARP 2.0, save your home with HARP 2.0, cut your payments in half, right into the rental section, right? People click on it, takes them over to this magic website where they find out what a guru I am. Right? YouTube. How to make money on YouTube as a realtor. If you're not using YouTube, what the heck? Are you kidding me? It's for free. It's free. YouTube's free. The things you can do on YouTube for free as a realtor. Right? And then magic door hangers. Sell your home for less than you owe the bank. Avoid foreclosure. Save your credit. Get your lender to pay all the sales costs for free. Get a free copy of this $37 ebook while supplies last. Right? And business cards. Hey, can I give you guys a few of my cards and ask you to think about who you might know in the neighborhood who could use my help saving their home? Our service is completely free. We can help them with HAMP, HARP, HAFA. If they don't qualify, we can, Bank of America pays up to $45,000 cash relocation assistance to some homeowners who cooperate with short sales. So if there's cash available, we can help them get that cash. So that's what I do. Here's a few of my cards. Right? So that kind of dialogue at the door and these kinds of tools, right? Handwritten notes, come lo and behold, handwritten notes work very well. They're very effective depending on what you write at them. You could go to 10 doors and knock on the door, and when they're not home, you can write the right note, stuff it in the crack of the door, and all 10 will call you. Right? Whoa. Who knew? Right? Direct response newsletters. It's like the Swiss Army knife of marketing. You got to have a newsletter. Right? I think. That's just my opinion. Direct response letters, that's a gentleman, that's a RE/MAX agent in Detroit, Michigan. Not Detroit, he's in Macomb County, Michigan. His name is Rick Geese. And that's a 2% response rate letter right there, right, for getting short sale listings. And then direct response letters like this that agents put on the reverse side of their property flyers, and then they keep their flyer box full, and then because they know that it's the neighborhood homeowners who come and empty the flyer box, so that's a leverage point. Right, that flyer box, it's like a salt lick, and all the neighborhood homeowner deer, they're coming over there and they're licking a flyer out of it in the morning, the afternoon, middle of the night. They're emptying that flyer box. And the purpose of a listing is to get another one. Right? The purpose of a listing is to broadcast your unique service offer to all the neighborhood homeowners. Right? Win their hearts and minds. You do it through open houses. You do it when you hand out your just listed. You do it when you hand out your just sold at the front door. You don't mail that stuff. Right? You do it through your flyer box. Right, the purpose of a listing is to get another one. Right, so leverage points, leverage tools. These also work great in the mail. When you know how to mail them. Right, so we've been doing stuff like that, and so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cutting edge for short sales. We're light years ahead of what anybody ever was doing. I think in short sales, and that market's already starting to wind down, and we're pretty. We've got a lot of realtors right now that you could call up and say, "Hey, does this stuff work?" And they'll say, "Absolutely." But here's what's next at Simple Listing Solutions. See, what I've done, you guys, just not to confuse you from the very beginning, is I've created a sort of an online website platform that positions agents as short sale gurus, probate gurus, divorce gurus, FSBO gurus, dominate a farm, right? All the sources of listings, all those places you can go get listings. I've got a web platform that positions you as an expert in all those areas. You can change the color, change the head, do whatever you want to it. And then a toolbox. And the toolbox is full of direct response letters, and ebooks, and door hangers, and postcards, and Craigslist ads, and Facebook plugins, and all the tools you'd ever need, right? Tools to, so now you can go get a list of people who are filing for divorce. You got a whole letter campaign you can mail to them that position you as a divorce expert, right? Anyway, so I've done stuff like that, and I'm going to show you guys kind of what it looks like today. And you're going to get some great ideas if you haven't already. Right, if you haven't already. So what we're doing over at Simple Listing Solutions now is we're helping agents get FSBOs through a weekly automated seller assist campaign. And I'm seeing right here in San Diego County, North County, just this weekend, now I'm driving around, I saw 2 different FSBOs and they were $1 million plus. I'm thinking, wow, 2 FSBOs, $1 million plus. What's going on is the sellers right now, the limited sellers that are out there, they hear the word, they know. They know there's a ton of buyers out there in limited inventory, and they're thinking, man, I could do this by myself. Right, so you want to have a FSBO campaign right now. If only you're not even going to get the listing because they're going to sell it on their own to bring them the buyer, right? So you want to have a FSBO campaign right now. And then your center of influence, that's the foundation, that's the bedrock, that's what you build your business on, remember? You don't go looking for strangers until you've mastered your people who already know you, like you, trust you. Right, so we've got an amazing orchestrated referral bi-monthly reminder campaign that just generates listings like raindrops from dark clouds. Right? Divorce listing campaigns, real estate divorce advisor. Right, now you're a certified real estate divorce advisor. You've got a whole list of things that you can send to divorce people, and when they go over to your website, they say, wow, look at all these resources. This person really is an expert. I'd love to work with them. Right, probate listings, how to go get them, mail campaigns. Right. Geographic farm area, own the farm, tools, tactics. We provide the tools and the training to go do that if you want to go over. And the nice thing about a farm right now is you guys, if you're starting to shift your focus from list pendants and NODs, right, and you're starting to think, hey, maybe now's a good time to get a 1,000 home geographic farm area, because in a farm area there's everything. There's short sales in there, there's FSBOs in there, there's expireds that are ready to try again, there's people that are ready to move up, there's people that are ready to move down, there's people that are ready to move out. Right? There's people getting divorced. There's everything at a farm. So, that's probably a good idea right now. And then expired listings. Right? So I think there's 7 sources of listings out there besides REOs. I don't count those. Right? You got farms, FSBOs, divorce, NODs, right? Expireds, probates, and then your center of influence. We're going to just touch on all of those today. Right? But again, the foundation of any realtor's business, like I said, if you've been in this business more than 90 seconds and you already haven't built a list and started broadcasting your unique service offer to it every month, hey, you guys, don't keep me a secret. I'm not just a real estate agent. I'm a real estate divorce advisor. I've got some unique experience helping people go through that process. It's not always easy. Right? A court can say, hey, you guys got to sell the house, but that doesn't mean they got to cooperate in the selling process. I mean, I've seen couples paint a line down the middle of the house and say, sure, you can show the house this afternoon. Everything on that side, not on this side, right? It takes an agent with some experience, believe it or not, to really make that process a smooth and successful one for both parties, and I've got the experience to do that. So, are you broadcasting messages like that to the people who already know you, like you, trust you? Right, so we're going to talk about orchestrating referrals right now in this first little module, orchestrating, not hanging out waiting for them. Right, putting a little thing says, I love referrals on your business card, so what? So does everybody. Right, I really want you to leave this webinar. If you leave here in 10 minutes, you're going to leave here with some real value, because you're going to have a picture planted in your brain that's not going to go away. All right, so there's 2 types of referrals out there. Accidental, those are nice. That's what most people get. And then there's orchestrated, called, hey, I made this happen. And I make it happen again and again and again every month because I'm a rainmaker. Right, so how do you orchestrate referrals? We're going to talk about that right now. And it begins by understanding the power of one. Okay, the power of one. That's one tree. That's an apple tree. But I'd like you to think about that as one past client, or one friend, or one relative, or one neighbor, or one person on your kid's soccer team, another parent that you see every weekend. Like one person in your county who knows you, likes you. They might not have ever been to your house, but they know you, they like you. Hey, how's it going? They trust you. They see you on the side of the road broken down, they'll pick you up. Right? You'd pick them up too. right? Those people. Past clients are even better, right? You can sit down and you can think, if you can say, hey, Chris, I got 100 people here. Let's look at them through a magnifying glass and let's figure out who the top 10 are going to be. We could do that together, right? But right now we're just looking at one person who knows you. And I want you to think about that one person as an apple tree full of apples. And the apples are everybody they know that you don't know. Now let me ask you, up in that apple tree, is there any of those apples going to get divorced this year? Or not even themselves, if they don't get divorced, someone that they really love close to them and their family maybe going to go through a divorce this year? How about have to move because they got a job promotion? How about have to move because they got fired? How about, does anybody in that apple tree know somebody who's going to die, like their aunt or their uncle or a mom or a parent or a spouse, and they got this probate thing to deal with? How about, are any of those apples possibly upside down on their house? They owe more than it's worth, or maybe it's not their primary residence. Maybe it's an investment property that they have. So out of all those apples in that one tree, are any of those things possible? Yeah, right? In two trees, what are the odds that there's a divorce, a death, upside down, got to move up, got to move out, got promoted, got fired, right? In three trees, what are the possibilities, right? What are the possibilities? Right? You guys don't need a mailing list of 1,000 people. My mailing list is only 10 people. No, it's not 10 people. It's 10 trees, right? It's 10 trees. Start thinking about your peeps, right? It's like they're apple trees full of apples. Now, right there, I got about 12 apple trees on that tree, and out of those 12 trees, we got like, 120 apples, and out of 120 people this year, how many are going to know somebody who's going to get divorced, they're upside down on their house, they got a job promotion, they got fired, they're moving out of the state, they're moving out of the country, right? Something like that. Their Aunt Nellie died, they got, how many? Quite a few. Quite a few. Right? There's quite a few baskets of apples like this summer alone that you could go harvest from just 10 trees, right? If you were orchestrating intentionally instead of just taking a nap in the middle of the field waiting for an accidental apple to land on your head, right? It's called get up and shake the trees every month. Shake the trees. Stand underneath them and shake them. Every month you should have a system where you go out to the orchard of your 10 trees or 15 trees and you shake them vigorously, right? Twice a month, 3 times a month. You'll get more apples, right? You'll get more apples. So, Chris, I don't have any apples. I just parachuted into this town, and all I've got is a real estate license. Okay, so what town? Cardiff by the Sea, California. All right, well, what do you know about the town so far? Well, there's this great pizza place that I ate at. Everybody seems to hang out. It's called East Coast Pizza. There's Jim's Pool Cleaning. There's Ron the Handyman. There's Dr. Rob's Chiropractic. There's a dentist place. There's a dry cleaning place. There's some window cleaners. There's a mobile pet grooming place. There's a carpet cleaning place. And there's a mortgage company. And I'd say, wow, it's interesting you named all those 10 businesses because those are all businesses that interface with homeowners all day long. That's kind of interesting. Those would be pretty decent apple trees. Right? Jim's Pool Cleaning, I wonder how many apples he has in his trees that own homes. You know, he's got a pretty thriving practice. He's probably got a bunch of homeowner apples in his trees. So does Rob the Handyman, right? So does a dentist and the window cleaners and the mobile pet groomers. Those people are all big apple trees full of home-owning apples, right? I'm just letting you guys know something. I'm going to breeze past this pretty quick because it's a longer training. We're not going to spend any time on it today, but it'll make sense to you maybe later on if you get to know me at a later point in the future. I just want you to know something, that these trees right here that I just named, I call them vendor sponsors, and they're happy to pay for my car. They're happy to pay for my gas, coffee at Starbucks, postage. They pay the postage. Why would I pay postage? I'm the realtor. I'm the real estate professional. I'm the marketer with a real estate license. Like, I'm the apex predator. I'm the swordfish. I'm not the mackerel. Right. I'm the lion on the savannah. Like, when I bring down a zebra, the termite people get paid, the escrow people get paid, the title people get paid, the appraiser gets paid, the lender gets paid. All these people, they're like jackals, and they all come in, they get paid. Like, when I bring down a zebra. Right. So I'm a swordfish. Okay. That's the way I look at my real estate career. And these people, why would I pay my postage? Right? If I send a newsletter into 1,000 homes into a farm area every month, I'm not paying the postage. Why would I do that? You pay the postage. You'll be happy to pay the postage. Jim's Pool Cleaning, Ron the Handyman, Dr. Rob's Chiro. I'll show you why, because I'm a marketer with a real estate license. Right? That'll make sense later to you guys. But let's just look at the anatomy of a referral. right now, because this is payday, right? The anatomy of a referral, if we just change the picture between our ears, it's multiple paydays in the rest of our real estate career. For a referral to occur, 3 things need to happen. Number 1, there needs to be a real estate conversation going on, and someone has to notice, right? Someone has to notice a conversation about real estate is occurring. And by the way, real estate conversations bleed out of other conversations about divorce, new baby, job transfer, promotion, death in the family, all very common occurrences, right? Real estate conversations bleed out of all. Hey, we're having a new baby. Oh, what are you guys going to do? We're going to have to go buy a house, go get a bigger house, right? So for a referral to occur, someone has to notice that a conversation about real estate is occurring, right? Oh, wow. Twins, right? And then step 2, someone has to think of you. Oh, divorce, right? You're getting divorced. Oh my gosh, what are you guys going to do with the house, right? Someone has to think of you. Hey, I know a realtor, he's a divorce specialist, right? Did you plant those seeds? Because if you didn't, they're not thinking of you, right? And then, by the way, step 3 is they've got to take some sort of action to connect you to their referral, right? They got to do something. So let's think about that. The 3 things, there's a conversation going on, real estate comes up, someone thinks of you, and then they take some sort of action to connect you to the referral. So if you wanted to stop waiting for accidental referrals and you wanted to start orchestrating referrals, what you would do is you would set up a system, simple one, not complicated. I'm not talking about like, building the satellite, a simple system. Right. Name of my company, Simple Listing Solutions. You would set up a simple system for getting people to think about you all the time in particular ways, and you'd make it really easy for them to connect people to you, right? And now you could start having a little more influence over the orchard, right, over your apple orchard. So are you doing that already? Like, are you making it easy for people to, oh yeah, I got someone. Here, I got his card in my purse right here. I've got a couple cards in my purse. I just got a little thank you card and a thing from him in the mail last week. Oh, hey, wait, when I get back to my house, I got his newsletter in the kitchen, the living room. I was just playing the Sudoku thing in it. Like last night, I fell asleep. I'll call you when I get back to the house. I'll give you his number, right? Are you making it easy for people, right? And when people think of you, what do they think? What do they think? Oh, I know someone for you, right? Or maybe they're upset, oh, I know you're a foreclosure alternatives advisor, real estate divorce advisor. I know someone that can help you save your home for free. I know someone that can help you guys get your home sold. You're going through a divorce, right? Are you planting those thought seeds? And you can't just plant them every month, one time and go, oh yeah, I planted the seeds. I told them. So how many times does Coca-Cola tell you that they're out there in your lifetime? How many times does United Airlines and Marriott Hotel remind you guys, right? They don't just do it once. They do it all the time. Right. Now, how many times does mom and pop, sofa, upholstery repair remind you? Never. You're right. The small local business that goes out of business all the time, dies every night. You're right. They don't do that. Toyota does. Bank of America does. Coca-Cola does. Ford does. Right. They all consistently remind us of who they are all the time. All the time. Now, they've got big budgets for television commercials and stuff like that, and we don't, but we don't need them. Right? We don't need them. When we're a marketer with a real estate license, we don't need them. Right? Toyota needs to broadcast their message to 10 million people. You don't. You need 10 apple trees. Right? You need 10 apple trees. And that doesn't require a television commercial. Right? And if you've got 100 apple trees, that's great. You got 1,000 apple trees, perfect. Right? You got the resources to communicate broadcast your message to them, beautiful. Right? But let's nail this first. Let's just nail that first. Right? Thanks for not keeping me a secret. Right? The next time you hear someone considering selling as a result of a divorce, please think of me and pass along my card to them. Thanks, Chris. Right? Okay, you could do that one time. That's great. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But that's like one time. That's like walking up to the apple trees one time and going shake, 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 and hey, maybe some apples will fall out. You're great. But you're not going to keep playing that card. Right? So, Chris, what's the system? Well, systems are things that happen with or without you, right? Systems make McDonald's really profitable. If you walk into a McDonald's, it's a bunch of teenagers running the show. Look up teenager in Webster's dictionary. What does it say? Apathetic know-it-all, right? apathetic know-it-alls running McDonald's, and the McDonald's is cranking out big bucks. And I'm not, I love teenagers. So I'm not saying they're apathetic know-it-alls, but you guys are with me, right? It's not the teenagers that are running the show. It's the system. The system is the solution, right? Always. And it's the same thing in our real estate practice. Same thing. Like a newsletter, that's a system. Chris, every month I got 100 people that get my newsletter. That's great. If you said to me that, I'd be really impressed. I'd say that's great, right? Now I'm suspicious of you. I'm starting to think, really? If you told me you had a group of people who were consistently hearing from you every single month once, I'd start to be suspicious that you might be like a marketer with a real estate license. If you told me they heard from you twice a month, I'd be like, wow, I'm impressed. You're a marketer. Chris, 3 times. Chris, 3 times I got a newsletter, I got a note card, and I got a phone call. I'd be like, whoa, you've been to a seminar and you followed the instructions. How's that working for you? And you'd say, hey, it's working pretty good. I know you would, because I've heard the conversation 1,000 times. So newsletters, whether they're the buyer referral only newsletter or Craig Proctor Service for Life newsletter or Chris Silveda's The Welcome Mat newsletter or any newsletter you go find out there, that's a good tool to have, right? There's better ones that are better than the other. Right. Now, here's the thing. You guys, I want to just remind you, you don't need me, Craig Proctor, Joe Stumpf, Brian Buffini, Howard Britton, CDPE, Harris University, Program 3640. You don't need any of that. You guys need good habits and a warm and pleasing personality, right? And some fresh ideas. That's all you need. Good habits, right? And a nice, warm, pleasing personality and some good dialogue skills. And if you've got a nice broker and an office and some tools and resources around you, all the better. Right? Craig Proctor, Joe Stumpf, Brian Buffini, those people, that's like grease for the tracks. Sure, they can help the train move down the tracks, but you're the train. Right? If you don't have your habits mastered, right? If you don't have your dialogue down, if you're not smiling most of the time, you're going to run into some challenges. Grease or no grease. Right? Grease or no grease. So communicating to the people who already know us, like us, trust us is much more fun than chasing strangers, right? Even on the cloudy days. And having a newsletter is a great tool for doing that with. Once a month, boom, boom, boom. That's your monthly communication. And by the way, if you want to insert something into your newsletter every month, like a handwritten note, even better. Boom, boom, boom. They open up your newsletter, they get it, they play the games, they read the note that you write them every month, which reminds them, hey, don't keep me a secret, I'm a real estate divorce advisor. Hey, thanks. If banks are modifying loans like crazy all of a sudden, if you know people that need help and they're still underwater, have them give me a call, I can help them. Boom. Right? That's a great communication tool to your center of influence. You got to be doing it. You already know that, so I'm not going to keep beating on that. So if you want to orchestrate referrals, step number 1, help people think of you. Plant thought seeds that make them have certain thoughts, right? And then step number 2, make it easy for people to refer to you. Newsletters, right, in the mail, they'll keep those around. They got your phone number on them. They got your URL on them. They got your email on them, right? If you're sending them note cards, if you're making phone calls, it's only 10 people checking in. Hey, did you get my newsletter this month? What'd you guys think? Next month I'm going to do an ugly pet contest. You know that dog you guys have? Engage with people. Listings come from relationship. They don't come from strangers. That doesn't mean you can't go knock at a door and convert a stranger to a non-stranger and list their house. You can, right? But that's because they've now become a non-stranger and they liked you, right? So listings come from relationships, right? NAR will tell you that. The National Association of Realtors say the number 1 source of listings, referrals. Okay, so systems. Newsletter is a good system, right? The newsletter is a great system. I've got a system at Simple Listing Solutions. It's a 2 contact per month system that shakes your apple trees like, those exercise machines that people used to stand on? They'd wrap the belt around their waist and it would just vibrate you silly, make your fillings fall out. I've got like a system that for twice a month. It's a 2 communication per month to your apple orchard, and it shakes them like those things. Shake, 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 shake. And it tells them what you're looking for. Tells them what to send you. Listings. Right? All right. So one of the tools you looked at, it was the Welcome Mat newsletter. The other tool is called the World's Most Interesting Postcard. Right? The World's Most Interesting Postcard. I'll show you some little snippets of it right here. The World's Most Interesting Postcard, and you guys could just go create one of these yourself. Right? Because just get the message. Just listen to the song. Forget what the thing looks like. Just listen to the song right now that I'm singing. The song that I'm singing is, every month I'm letting my center of influence know something. Right? Every month I'm letting them know something. For example, In April, I let them know the spring market is right on schedule. And just a quick note in case you hear someone talking about selling their home this spring. In just a few weeks, the spring market is going to be in full swing, and people are starting to talk about getting their house ready for market. When you hear someone talking about selling their house this spring, give me a call at my phone number, and I'll get you a copy of my new How to Make Your House Show Like a Model Home in 1 Hour report, right, so that you can give it to them. Hey, that's pretty cool. That tells people exactly what to do. When you hear someone putting their home on the market this spring, give me a call. I'll give you this cool report, and you can give it to them. You'll get to be the hero, right? That's a great way to refer people to me. And when you turn this little thing over, it's really cool. It's called The World's Most Interesting Postcard. You can see Einstein right there with this magnifying glass talking about making home brew. It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing that the Center of Influence loves to get along with my Welcome Matt newsletter. Right, so I find 2 contacts a month to my apple orchard like this. They work pretty effectively. All right, so by planting a seed to keep an ear out for a particular kind of business that I'm looking for, right, and then by telling them exactly what to do when they hear that thing going on. And that's how you get people to be sitting around at a coffee table one evening at a dinner party, and they hear people talking about, oh, you guys are going to have twins and pop, pop, pop. Hey, you know what? I know this real estate agent. It's funny. I don't know where he got this certification, but he's a certified move up for people who are about to have twins realtor. Yeah, he's got this gold seal and everything. I don't know where he gets this stuff, but that's what he does. He specializes in helping people who are having twins who need a bigger home move into one and sell their smaller one. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thought seeds that you guys need to be planting with people. All right? So we're going to stop right here for a second. We're going to leave this place, and I'm just going to show you some of these tools kind of in action. Now, and some magic too, by the way. So here's a website, right, that positioned me as a short sale guru, right? Short sale guru. You come over here and get a free copy of my book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. Just go ahead and give me your information. I'll send you a free copy of this $37 book. You can watch the video. And I've got this thing opened in Google Chrome, and my Chrome is messed up right now. And that's so these fields are a little weird, but we won't worry about that. It says, underwater in your Tampa area home or investment property, can't afford the payments. I'll help you save it or get paid to avoid foreclosure through free government refi, loan mod, and short sale programs. And then it talks about Bank of America pays up to $45,000 relocation assistance. Get the free book. Watch this, right? But then they can come over here and they can learn about how to get $45,000 to short sale. And by the way, a little very effective Craigslist ad is called Get $45,000 to short sell your home, right? Get $45,000 to short sell your home. That's a very effective Craigslist ad. And then it says, click on ad to learn more. And when people click on the ad, where does it take them to? It takes them to this page. Bank of America pays up to $45,000 relocation assistance to underwater homeowners who short sale and avoid foreclosure. How much will your lender pay? I'll help you stay in your home as long as possible and fight to get you cash for your fresh start. That's if I can't help you save your home through a loan modification or HARP refinance. I'll help you stay in your home as long as possible and get paid to move out with zero foreclosure. Right, and then here's this article from CNN Money Online about B of A paying cash. Right, and by the way, Bank of America is not the only lender to pay cash relocation assistance. I've heard of Citibank and Chase giving $25,000, $30,000, $20,000 to multiple agents. Right, does that mean you're going to be able to get cash for people always? No. You'll try. If it's available, you'll go get it. Right. Okay, so that's just one page over here on this website. Just to give you guys an idea. HARP 2.0 loan modification. What's that? Owe more than your home is worth? Can't afford the payments? I'll help you refi under the HARP program for free. Cut your payments in half. Give me a call. Tom Jacobs. Who's Tom Jacobs? He's my mortgage guy. Right? It's a symbiotic relationship. I send them to Tom from Craigslist. Right? I send them to Tom through the mail. Right? I'm looking for loan mod minnows. Want to save your home. They're much more responsive than short sale salmon. You can cast a salmon lure by a short sale salmon all day long. He doesn't bite it. Right? Or you can just go out there with a net and you can scoop a bunch of loan mod minnows. Throw them in a bucket. Feed them nutrient-rich information. I don't even feed them the nutrient-rich information. Tom does. Right? Tom feeds them the nutrient-rich information. Sure, you want to qualify for HARP 2.0? Tell me what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, you don't qualify. Or yes, you do. And if you do, woohoo, everybody's happy. They're an advocate. They get my newsletter, right? They refer me business. But if they don't, guess what? Tom's going to educate them with nutrient-rich information. He's going to send them back to me as a short sale salmon, right? Oh, we're going to do a bankruptcy. We're filing for bankruptcy. Go away. We don't want to talk. Oh, I'm so glad I knocked on your door. Facing foreclosure, considering bankruptcy? Let me give you guys my card. You got to go to my website. You got to talk to Joe Marcarelli. Who's Joe? Well, he's a California real estate attorney, but he specializes in bankruptcies. And you go over to my website. You can meet him, right? So, and Joe Marcarelli, by the way, the attorney who's in my newsletter too, he's part of my homeowner service center. Right. Sue your lender, modify your loan. Here's all the forms, half a short sales, deficiency judgments. So this is a website right now at the moment that positions me as a short sale guru, and it's blue. Right. But one day I looked up and I said, you know what, there's no more short sales here in San Diego. They all went away. So what I did was I pushed a button and I changed my system. It wasn't quite that easy. What I did was I went over here and I logged in into my back office, right? And I logged in. I'm going to log in as this person, just like this. I logged in, and I said, customize website menu. I went over here, and I took a bunch of pages that I had parked in storage, and I dragged them onto my website, right? And I took a bunch of pages that I had on my website, and I dragged them off, right? That's what I did. And when I was done, I didn't have a short sale website anymore. When I was done, I had a completely different website for a whole hot new market, right? Targeting a farm area and targeting divorce listings and probate listings and farms and expireds, right? My new website said, now you can rest assured your Forest Ranch home sells for top dollar with a powerful marketing strategy designed for markets just like the one we're in right now. And then it says, warning, got money to burn? Many real estate salespeople would be happy to sell your home quickly so they can get paid and move on down the road to their next deal. But did you know that selling your home too quickly often means leaving thousands of dollars on the table? And then it says, my video below explains the costliest mistakes sellers are making right now and how to avoid them. And if they watch the video, they go, oh, wow. Because I can tell you guys, it doesn't matter. Again, if you're in Florida or San Diego or anywhere in between, you go look on your MLS, you're going to find a bunch of pendings right now that were on the market for a whopping 4 days. 7 days, 6 days, woohoo, 1 day sold. And then people bragging about it, right? People bragging about it. So, and everybody knows. So my story is this, and I'm sticking to it. My story is if you sold your house in 6 days, you left a bunch of money on the table. What? Right? Yeah. Go over to my website, watch the video, right? I've got a unique home selling strategy that guarantees you get top dollar for your home so you can rest assured you don't leave any money on the table, right? Now, if you're in a hurry, like you need to get out of town because the FBI's after you, you got 3 days to sell your house, that's one thing. But listen, if you've got some time, let's get you top dollar, right? Let's get you top dollar. And so let me just talk about having a farm area, by the way, with 1,500 homes in it, like Forest Ranch. Right? Within Forest Ranch, there's people getting divorced, right? There's people thinking about trying to sell their home on their own. There's people who had their home on the market and it expired, right? Within Forest Ranch, there's people who wonder what the heck a nosy neighbor is and do they have one living next door to them, right? Within Forest Ranch, there's probate stuff, right? Within Forest Ranch, there's people who want to know about my homeowner services, right? Let's just click on that page, Forest Ranch Homeowner Services. Like within Forest Ranch, there's people who are going to want to know that Massachusetts Mike's Pizza, they're the best, and here's their phone number, and they're local. That here's local dry cleaning, and they're the best. That here's a local pool cleaner, he's the best. That here's a local window cleaner that'll come out to your house, they're the best. That here's a landscape people, they'll come out to your house, they're the best. Right? They're local for Forest Ranch. My people in Forest Ranch, they want to know about that. My people in Forest Ranch, they want to know what are the recent Forest Ranch sales? Like what's sold in Forest Ranch recently? Can I go look at them? Sure. Right? Did you have your home on the market and it expired? Well, listen, why don't you go over here and you could look at everybody else who had their home on the market in Forest Ranch in the last year or two and it didn't sell. You'll be surprised to discover some of them relisted with another brokerage and sold their home at a higher list price. Go check it out. Do you think they'd want to? Of course they would. Hey, you got any nosy neighbors living near you? You better go check it out. Right? So, Chris, what's going on over here? What do you mean? You pushed a button, you had a short sale website, right? And then you pushed a button and dragged some pages back and forth and you turned it into a completely different website. Yeah. Not only that, but also in my back office here, not only can I drag pages back and forth, right, and use different pages, different campaigns. Not only can I do that, I can create new pages, as many as I want. Like Rick Geese. How many pages Rick's got on his website over here? This guy, he's a shooter. You guys could look him up. He's doing business. Doing short sale business. He's doing divorce business. He's doing probate business. Whoa. And he's a RE/MAX guy out in Michigan. Right? Look at all these pages. Right? This is a Larry Martin in Grand Rapids. Now, I don't know if 88 transactions is a lot of transactions for one realtor to do over the course of the year, but that's a pretty good year to me, like last year. Right? That's pretty good. I think he did 88, aiming for 100 this year. Right? Chris, what do I need to do to take it to 100? They said, you need to go hire an assistant. You need help. Right? So Tammy, right here in Oklahoma City, she built a page called My Listings, right? My Listings. She's got her listings up over here. Active, sold, 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 sold. She got a new listing down here. Chris, will you help me get it to the top of my page? That's what I'm going to do when I get off the webinar. Take about 40 seconds, right? So these are all things that are working for people, right? Now, right now, you're looking at my demo site at sandiegosellshort.com. Chris, what the heck is Forest Ranch Nosy Neighbors? I got to know, right? It says join the Forest Ranch Nosy Neighbors. You'll be shocked by what you'll discover as a Forest Ranch Nosy Neighbor. When you sign up for our Nosy Neighbor program, you'll be able to rest assured knowing that nothing will happen in Forest Ranch real estate that you won't know about right away. Right? We email you updates on everything that's going on. Now, the important message is, Chris, how do you broadcast the message called, you have this thing called a Forest Ranch Nosy Neighbor program to the people in Forest Ranch in a way that they go, oh, that's cool. I understand the value of not having to get out of my car on a rainy night and run across the street to the flyer box to discover it's empty and go, man, and run back to my house soaking wet, right? When I can just turn on my computer and I'll know exactly how much that house across the street is on the market for, and I can even look at the virtual tour, right? You're not going to share my information with anybody? Oh, that's cool. Will I know if it's a foreclosure or a short sale, or what will I know? Oh, everything? Wow, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Right. Chris, how do you broadcast a message like that to the people in Forest Ranch in such a way that they'll give you their name and their email address and phone number so you can put them on your newsletter list and start to take over a farm area? That's another conversation, but I can tell you it's really easy. Right. It's really easy for me to write a handwritten note, right? Go knock on a door and say, hey, listen, you had your home on the market and it didn't sell. I know that's frustrating. Go over to my website over here, see everybody else in Forest Ranch that happened to. That's easy. They'll go. They'll go, right? It's easy for me to go to a FSBO, right, and say, hey, listen, hey, Mr. and Mrs. For Sale by Owner, I've got a seller assist program. It's free. I can't believe you guys aren't taking advantage of it. What do you mean? Well, it's free. Check it out. You can advertise, first of all, you can advertise your home on my Forest Ranch website for free. Video tour, photos, we can get all over there. I got a ton of buyers visiting that website. We get about 35,000 hits a month. Okay, so you can, first of all, you can advertise your Forest Ranch FSBO on my website for free, number one. Number two, I advertise your home on the internet for you for free. Number three, I'll make sure anybody that contacts you through us is pre-qualified. If they're not pre-qualified, pre-approved, and seriously interested in your house, they won't bug you. Right? And if you'd like, I can arrange special days to show it, and I can arrange those showings. I can make the process really easy for you. I can come over there and take professional photos and a nice video. I can give you 100 professional style photos to put in a flyer box out front. I've got a whole system over here for you, helping you guys get your home sold for free. Would you like to talk about it? Oh, right. So then again, the question is, Chris, how would you broadcast that service to the FSBOs? It's really easy. Yeah, marketing is knowing what people want and then just hold your hand out and have it in your hand. Here you go. Right? It's not hard to stand on the side of the road in the desert. Like if you're in the desert from Las Vegas, heading from Las Vegas to like LA, it's hot out there. And if you picked a good area, like where there's a four-way intersection, like where the train tracks cross and there's room for cars to pull over, and if you just set up a big tent, and you had like those air cooler things out there blowing with ice blocks, and you had some big Coca-Cola signs up that said, ice cold Coke, right? People, they're pulling in. They're going to pull in, right? So if you're an expired listing, what do you want to know? Man, I just had my home on the market. Who else has this happened to in this neighborhood in the last year, 2 years? Can I go back that far, see everybody else? Really? They relisted with another brokerage and sold? Yeah, I'm going to go look, right? Real estate divorce specialist. The house after divorce, what will you do? What will you do? Are you in the process of either considering divorce or perhaps even implementing divorce proceedings and starting to think about selling the home or other real estate assets? Right? With all the stresses and emotions that can accompany a divorce, it's helpful and even wise to have a neutral real estate advisor on your team committed to ensuring any real estate assets are sold for the most amount of money in a way that respects and honors both parties' desires. Right? There isn't just a real estate sale conversation that needs to be addressed in a divorce sale. While spouses may be forced to agree to a sale, they can't so easily be forced to cooperate with the sale process. Right? Working with an experienced and certified RETA, real estate divorce advisor, professional means having cool hands on your team at all times. I work with both parties and their attorneys while maintaining a calm and focused course toward their common best interests, which is a maximum return on their real estate investments. Right? Some key questions to consider. So they're going to come through here and they're going to go, oh, right? And by the way, if you're working with me, I'd say, hey, step number one, go find a good divorce attorney in your town. We're going to get your picture on this page. We're going to get their picture on this page. We're even going to have a link to their website over here. We're going to get some information. Maybe they'll even give you a free report to put over here. They're going to be part of your strategic alliance, right? And they're going to help pay your postage because these letters that you're going to be mailing to divorce prospects, that's their prospect too, right? They mail to those same lists, right? They mail to the same lists. Why would you pay the postage? You're a much better marketer than the divorce attorney. Right. You can just log into your back office and you could just come down to the letter library and you could just go to the divorce letters, right? Divorce letter number 1, right? And you could just say, okay, I'm ready to go. Here's my first divorce letter. It's going to go in the mail, right? Where's my divorce letter? Here we go. So you can just put in your name, put in your community right here. There's your first divorce letter ready to go out the door, right? Letter number 2, letter number 3, letter number 4. Then you put them on your newsletter drip campaign, right? The system's all set up for you. Right. So that's kind of cool, isn't it, you guys? That's kind of cool. So what I've done is let's go back and let's look at this website right here for a minute. You see how it says underwater on your Tampa area home, Tampa, right? Tampa, that's a pretty big area. What if you wanted to farm? What if you said, hey, Chris, listen, I want to get serious. There's a community in Tampa called Coral Springs. It's got 1,500 homes in it. They're going to start getting my newsletter every single month, door hangers, door knocking. I'm going to start working that farm. I'd say, cool, what's it called? Coral Springs. I'd say, okay, look how easy this is. Let's go into your back office. Let's click Customize Website Content. Let's go over to your home page here and click Edit, right? And let's just go right here to where it says upside down. And oh, you know what? We're in somebody's wrong back office. We're going to log out. Boy, I almost changed somebody's real. Whew, scary. We're in a real realtor's back office. So what we're going to do is we're going to log into my demo back office, right? Okay, same thing. So we're going to say Customize Website Content. We're going to go to the home page here and click Edit. Right? And right here where it says Tampa, we're just going to change that. And what did you say the farm area was called? Coral Springs. Okay, Coral Springs. So we're just going to type in Coral Springs. It's just like working in a Microsoft Word document. It's that easy, right? I'm going to come down here and click Submit. Right? And so if we go back here to this website now and we just refresh, right? You know, now it's Coral Springs, right? That's how easy these things are to work on, right? That's how easy it is to come back here. Like I can come back here and in the click of a button, I can change my brokerage. I can change the color. I can say, hey, you know what? I'm leaving Prudential. And so I'm going to go over here to Edit Site Settings, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to C21 or Coldwell or Keller Williams or Remax, right, or Zip Realty. I'm going to change that down here. I'm just going to click, and it's going to automatically brand my website to that brokerage. And I can change my color of the background here. I can change the menu background color. I can put in all my meta tags. I can link up my IDX. I can link up my blog, right? I can got these ebooks. You know, I can show my ebooks on any page that I want. There's nothing that I can't do to my website. Nothing. Besides all the plug-and-play divorce campaigns, probate campaigns, probate help. Let's go look at that page. Right? Sell your inherited or probate property for top dollar fast. Right? Get a cash offer on your probate property today. Same thing. Got money to burn? Warning. Many real estate salespeople would be happy to sell your probate property quickly so they can get paid and move on down the road to the next deal. But did you know that selling a property too quickly often means leaving thousands of dollars on of the estate's money on the table? I provide 2 options for selling your probated property. Right? You guys can all provide both of these options. If you think that you can't, you're wrong, and you can get on the phone with me and I'll explain exactly how. But option number 1 is this. You can sell to one of my investors for all cash. You can sell your probated property to one of my investors for all cash. With this scenario, you'll pay 0 real estate commissions and make 0 repairs. This is the fastest and easiest way to sell. If your property qualifies, you'll normally receive a written offer for review by the estate within 72 hours of contract. Right? Once the offer is accepted by the estate, I handle all the arrangements and paperwork with the local title company for insured sale and closing. Now, in that process, you guys get paid from the investor. And if you say, Chris, I don't have an investor, I'd say that's okay. You can call 5 realtors in your town and find about 25 investors today, right, who would be more than happy to write an all-cash offer on a property, right, an all-cash offer. Now, you have to understand that these all-cash investor offers, they are what they are. Okay. Option number 2. I will find motivated and qualified retail buyers for your property, just turning it into a regular listing, right, for your probated property, who are willing to pay the current retail price for the property. Allow 30 to 60 days in the current market conditions. In most cases, you can expect an additional 25% to 35% more money when selling this route, even after all of the seller's fees are paid, including real estate commissions and other closing costs. Contact me at the number below or send me a message in the box above, including the property address, and I'll provide you with both prices on the property so you'll know which option is best for the estate situation. Right? Here's some helpful links. Right? Now, again, that's cool. How do I get probate people to come over here, Chris? Right? Well, you could send them letters. You could send them letters. Where do I get the letters? You could log into your back office. Right. So if you want to be a probate specialist, be one. Right. If you want to be a real estate divorce specialist, be one. Right. If you want to let expired people know in a particular community that, hey, listen, go over here and find out all this information that everybody else had happened to in your community. And by the way, you see how I've got a video right here on this page? I can put a video on any page. Right. I've got a video right here on this page, and I could put a video on any page anywhere, and it takes only about 2 minutes. And let's just talk about the power of video, because I'm going to give you guys another $10,000 idea right here. Remember earlier I sort of emphasized YouTube. I said, why aren't you doing it? It's free. Right. I'll give you an example of the power of YouTube. Last summer I had a listing in Solana Beach. It was a $1 million listing, and it was on the lagoon. And I was showing it by appointment only, and I was in between appointments, and I pulled out my smartphone, and I walked around the house, and I made a video tour. And as I made a video tour, a mallard duck flew over the fence from the lagoon and landed in the swimming pool in the backyard. And it made for a nice little video. And when I was done, I took that video that I just made on my smartphone, and I uploaded it onto my YouTube page. And I put in a smart headline, I put in a smart description, and I put in smart keywords. Right? And about 2 hours later, I was talking to the seller, a friend of mine, right? Client, seller, and I said, hey, Arma, check this out. And I opened up my laptop, and I opened up Google. And I went onto Google, and I typed in 4-bedroom, 3-bath, Solana Beach swimming pool. And you know what was on the very top page of Google? The video tour. There it was, first page, first position on Google. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, Solana Beach home swimming pool. There it was. Right? That's the power of YouTube, right? When you know what you're doing with video. The power of video is that you guys can make a video from your laptop right now. You could say, hey, friends, I just wanted to let you know something. And you could record a 45-second video, and you could email it to everybody in your email list, and they'll all watch it. And it'll have much greater impact than any just written email ever would have. Because when people can see your face and hear your tone of voice, it's easy for them to imagine talking to you on the phone. It connects them to you almost like you're there, right? They either like you or they don't. They'll either like you or they won't. It makes it a much easier, though, to build relationship from where there is none, right? Just so you know. Okay. And because I can make a video on my laptop, right, and I could put it anywhere, I could come over to this page right here, right? Let me just put my marker down. In fact, I'm going to do this so on my next webinar, people will see it. I'm going to come over here to Forest Ranch Expired Listings, right? And what does this say? Let me just get rid of this big circular drawing here. This says this 4-bedroom, 3-bath estimated square foot home was originally listed for $789 back in June 2012. After 103 days on the market, it was withdrawn. The home was relisted with a new brokerage in February 2013 for $770 and sold for $778.5 after just 27 days market time. Closing escrow on March 31st. Right? And then the bullet points are expired after 103 days on market, listed with several price reductions, relisted. So, you know, I could just go down, people can just come over here and they can go down the list. But you know what I'm going to add over here tomorrow? I'm going to have a video and a headline up here, and they can watch the video, and it's going to be me saying, hey, I know you had your home on the market and it didn't sell, and that's frustrating. Right? And they're going to get to meet me, and I'm going to explain how I can help them sell their home. Right. I'll have that here tomorrow. That'd be real easy. Right. So that's what I've done over here, you guys. I've created an online platform website, right? Search the MLS. You can hook up your IDX. It's a realtor website, right? It's just not a standard realtor website. It's a realtor website that positions you as a short sale guru or a divorce expert or a probate person. You can put your loan modification people over here. You can bring your attorney over here. You can bring your mortgage guy over here. Right. And your mortgage guy, not only can you build him into your website, but you can build him into your newsletter. Like I've got a newsletter called the Welcome Mat. Right. It's a monthly newsletter. And it goes out in the mail the size of a postcard. With 2 folds, it just goes out in the mail the size of a large postcard. Right. Mailing label goes right here. Right. That's it. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to break it down for you because I want to show you something. Why fireworks? Okay, so this is the July edition of the Welcome Mat. And there's a bunch of things I can do to this thing. Like I can change this field, right? Any image I want there. This field down here that says get a free copy of my book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, I can change that too. I can say get a free copy of my report, How to Sell Your Home for Top Dollar Quickly, and rest assured you left no money on the table. Just go to my website. Right. I can take this section right here that says this month in history that's got some cool stuff in it, and I can put a Wells Fargo logo right here and a picture of my mortgage guy and all of his different lender programs like the FHA 103% refi rehab program. I can put all that stuff right here, right, if I want to. And because I can do that, my lender would say, really? This newsletter is going to go out to 1,000 homes every month? I'm going to be in it right here with all my stuff, and I'm on your website? Yeah, I'll pay the postage. Sure you will. I know you will. I know you'll pay the postage because you're going to be a part of my homeowner service center. Like, let's go back over here to this other website. You're going to be a part of my homeowner service center, right? You're going to be the exclusive lender over here. You guys following me? All right. So I'm going to get rid of these drawings and so we can just kind of see clearly now. And what I want you guys to know is just what we've done is pretty darn cool, and we've got tools. And we've got more tools than you can shake a stick at, and more tools to send you into information overwhelm than really you need. And I've seen it happen thousands of times. I see agents go to 3-day rah events. They get all pumped up and they buy a $2,000 box full of stuff. Right, 9,000-page workbook, 57 days of video trainings, 9 years of audio tapes. And it's like, really? Well, when do you do real estate? I won't let that happen to anybody using my stuff. Right? That's not the way it works over at Simple Listing Solutions, where we keep it simple. This is about as simple as we can make it for you. Right? Chris, I want to change the color. Push a button. I want to change my headlight. Push a button. I want to be a divorce specialist. Push a button. Well, but I need letters to send. Push the button. I mean, I don't know how to make it easier. Right, than the way we're making it, right? But that's what we're doing for you guys over here. So if you want to be a part of what we're doing, I would love to have you join us, right? Bring me onto your team. And right now, for summertime, you guys can bring me onto your team, and you can become a real estate divorce specialist, probate expert, short sale guru, right? And dominate a farm area and start working FSBOs and expireds, right? For $39 a month, right? $39 a month, month to month, no contract. That's less than 220s. And a lot of you are spending money like that at Starbucks, right? So you can do that. And I'd love to have you do that. So if you've got questions about anything that I talked about today or what we're doing over here, now's a great time to ask them. And I've been answering them. I've been kind of looking, thank you, Mike. I've been looking at your little questions as they pop up. It takes 3 days for us to set this stuff up for you. Outside of the $39 a month, yeah, if you want us to throw in a toll-free phone number with your website, add $6, right? So it's not $39, it's $45. So for $45, you got a website with a toll-free phone number, no phone bill, and all the tools, all the ebooks, all the letters, all the postcards, all the Craigslist ads, there's a lead center. I'll show you some stuff in the back office we haven't looked at. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't shown you guys. Right. What I haven't, I can't even go into all of it. In the back office, just know you can customize the website, any page. You can build 1 million pages. Each page could have 1,000 photos and 10 million videos on it. Unlimited. Okay. There's email drip campaigns that are already built in. The drip campaigns are already written. They all automatically drip on people. You can edit the drip campaigns and customize them. right? You can customize the website menu by moving pages back and forth. Oh, I don't want to be a divorce specialist anymore. Okay, take the page away, right? You can upload images, upload documents, right? Newsletter autofill settings. So you can just click on this little link and you can customize your newsletter one time right here, click submit, and then in the future, when your newsletter arrives every month, the Welcome Matt newsletter, you just come down here where it says download the monthly newsletter, click. It always arrives on the 20th of the month, so you've got 10 days to get your newsletter out. Right? You would just come down here and click download the July 2/13 11 by 17 format newsletter, click, right? And because you set it up in advance, it'll be all ready for you, right? And when I say all ready for you, I mean it's all ready for you. All you have to do is open it up and print it. Click, print, right? Print. 11 by 17. You can go down to Kinko's, print it in color, print it black and white, print it on your own printer. If you print it, you know, but don't go to Kinko's. I won't let you do that. We'll show you guys the best sources for printing, the cheapest ways to print, the cheapest ways to deliver this through EDDM, right? 14.5 cents per door, right? We'd show you how to do all that stuff, right? But look at this. This thing is, how turnkey is that, right? There's the inside pages. That's the welcome mat for July. What I want you to know, too, is that you've also got this field up here where this person, she's screaming, hey, thanks for not keeping me a secret. Your referrals are the lifeblood of my business. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? I can help people that you know about. Go to my website. Right? You can change the message right here. This field, you can edit it. You can say, no, I want her to say something else. Okay, that's fine. Right? Again, you can change this field, you can change this field, you can change this message, you can customize this box right here to have whatever you want. And because you can do that easily, for instance, you're going to have an open house this weekend, you can put a picture of your open house right here. Open house today from 1 to 3. Print out 100 newsletters and go hand deliver them to 100 houses around your open house. Hey, come on by the open house today. Here you go. Right? That's the purpose of a listing, is to get more of them, right? That's how you leverage your inventory. All right, just a little idea there. Okay, so I'm going to erase all my drawings. I'm going to close this newsletter in the back office, but that's how easy that is. And then, by the way, my homeowner service center, not only is it on my website, right? Not only are all my advocates, my business advocates, my strategic alliance, the people who pay the postage, right, for my newsletter, not only are they on my website, they're on a piece of paper that gets inserted into my newsletter, the newsletter that goes into my farm. Right. So this is a one-page piece of paper, right? And I've got the ability to edit this field right here, so I can change this field and I could type in the name of my community, right? So it would say the Forest Ranch Homeowner Service Center, and then I could put my photo here, I could put all my information, my designations, my logo, any information I want right here, and then I've got room for 4 of my strategic alliance right here on this side, right? And then if I want to scroll down to the next page, I've got room for the rest of them on the other side, right? My pool cleaner, my handyman, my landscaper, my lender, they're all there. So they're going out in my newsletter every month, and they're on my website, right? How much are they giving me a month to go out to 1,000 homes every month as the exclusive pool cleaner and be on my website, right? And they're not giving it to me every month. I need a 1-year commitment from you guys up front. I'm not looking for a new pool cleaner. I need a 6-month commitment minimum, right? That's how I get my postage paid, right? That's what runs my business, right? Again, I'm the swordfish. I'm the lion. I'm not the mackerel. And I'm not saying that these people, I'm not calling your lender a mackerel, right? I'm not calling your, I'm not calling your title rep a mullet. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, how do I get rid of these drawings here on the page, Chris? Erase all drawings. Okay, so let's just go back here to the back office, and I'll show you real quickly that there's a lead center. So anybody who visits one of these magic websites and asks for something, whether it be an ebook or a free report or a home value report or something like that, they opt in, right? And they give their information, and you start dripping on them, right? And if you don't want to drip on them, you can turn the drip campaigns on or off. That's up to you, right? Or you can let them drip. Right? That's up to you, but it's a great follow-up system. And they're not drips that are salesy commission breath drips dripping on people. They're drips that are positioned you as an expert, consultant, and advisor, standing by with a team of experts to help them. Right? So that's what the systems are doing. So again, from your back office, go ahead and customize the website all day long. Do whatever you want to it, right? Customize the menu. Customize those drip campaigns if you want. You could upload videos, upload images, and let's come over here and look at Craigslist ads. Okay, Craigslist ads. Now I'm going to click Craigslist ads. And I'm going to show you an example of how to go fill up your buck with loan modification minnows and send them over to your lender, right? So he can refinance some of them and then convert the other ones into short sale salmon and send them back to you, right? This is a Craigslist ad. It says, with the HARP 2.0 refi program, I was able to refi to today's low interest rates and cut my monthly payments almost in half, right? And then it says, you may be eligible for HARP if you meet the following criteria. Want help getting qualified? Just click, right? Foreclosure Alternatives Advisor. Click on the ad, right? And so here's an ad, all right? So there's the ad. You see what the ad looks like. And here, down here is a bunch of copy, some HTML code, right? If I copy this code right here, copy, and I go paste it into like a Craigslist ad, what happens is this ad appears. Right? That's how you get an image ad to appear in Craigslist. You need some HTML code. So here's the HTML code, right, to make this ad appear. Right? And here's this little field down here that I can use to designate which page of my website prospects land on when they click on the ad. Right? So in this case, in the HARP 2.0 ad, I would want them to arrive on my HARP 2.0 help page, right? So I would say HARP 2.0 page, go there, click, right? And then it would change this code, and again, copy this code, go paste it into Craigslist ad, and when people click on this, it would take them over here to meet Tom, right? To help talk about HARP 2.0. You're going to discover right here, Tom's great. Now I'm going to plug in a video of Tom here soon. That's why I got that white space right here. Okay, so let's just erase all drawings. So you guys see how that works from the back office? I can do that. I can go run a bunch of Craigslist ads that Chris made for me, free loan mods, right? Get free help, you know, deed in lieu of foreclosure, HARP 2.0. Bunch of Craigslist ads Chris made for me. I can go run them. But you guys, I'd rather teach you how to fish, right? I'd rather show you through a quick video training how to go into your back office, right, and go under the training and resources section and download the screenshot program, right, called GreenShot that will allow you to make Craigslist ads just like this, right? Take pictures of things like that and say save as, right? I teach you guys how to make image Craigslist ads for your FSBOs, for your expireds, for HARP 2.0, right? For high-end rentals. Chris, why would I want to do high-end rental listings? That's a whole nother conversation, right? I'll teach you guys how to make Craigslist ads, right? That you can very easily come into your back office, upload, and then you'll come over here and you'll find them in your Craigslist ad section, right? You'll be able to scroll down all the way through all the ads that I made for you, and then you'll say, wow, look at all these ones. And you'll say, hey, look, lo and behold, you know, where's the ad that I made? And you're going to keep scrolling down further and further and further until you're going to find the one that you made, right? And you're going to say, hey, here's the ad that I made. Click on me to learn more. Calavera Hills for sale by owner. There's the one I just uploaded. And you're going to say, hey, I want it to point at my FSBO page, right? And I'm going to go grab this copy right here, and I'm going to go put it on Craigslist. And now when people click on it, it's going to take them to my FSBO page, right? You guys will be able to do that very easily, right? You want to create a buyer campaign, right? What do you want to do with this website? If you're in a marketplace like I am in San Diego, you could create a page called High-End Rentals, Executive Home Rentals, right? And you could run Craigslist ads in Chicago, New York, San Francisco, LA, Miami, Atlanta, all the major cities. And you could say San Diego high-end executive home rentals, you know, rents starting from $5,000 all the way to $25,000 a month. And you could show images of some really beautiful homes along the coast and in communities like Rancho Santa Fe and La Jolla and Del Mar and, you know, Fairbanks Ranch and Coronado Island. Right? And it'd be very easy. I'd help you build a page. You get the images up over here. You could even have an opt-in box like over here. Like, want to get updates on new rentals that match your criteria? Give me your. You could easily build a page like that over here. Start running Craigslist ads like that. And then you'd start getting these high-end renters, right? If you live in that kind of a marketplace. What do I want to do with them for, Chris? I'll tell you what you want to do with people that pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month in rent. What do you want to do with them? Those are apple trees, right? Those are apple trees. You want those in your apple orchard, first of all. You want them in your orchard, okay, first of all. Second of all, a year from now when they're done renting, they're going to buy. How do I know that? Because that's what they tell me when I help those high-end renter people, right? In one day, when I put them into a rental that's $55,000 or $6,000 a month and they sign a 1-year lease, and I went, great, and I drive off with my $2,300 commission going, wow, I got a new great guy. He's super cool. He's the chief financial officer of a company here in town, and he's going to want to buy a house in a year. I'm putting him on my newsletter list. Right? That's why you want to run high-end rentals. That's why you want the ability to build a page. Right? That's why you want the ability to build as many pages as you can dream up. That makes sense. That makes sense. Right? That's why it makes sense to have a farm area or 3 farm areas, 4 farm areas. You know, I don't know what your resources and budget allow for, but sky's the limit with a system like this. Right. So what I want to let you guys know is if you want to work divorce, if you want to work FSBOs, expireds, probates, work a geographic farm area and start working your center of influence, I got the tools and the system covered. I got you covered, right, for less than $220s every month, and there's no contract. And so if you want to participate, if you want to bring me onto your team, I'll help you get this stuff set up and show you how it flies. You know, maybe go talk to Larry Martin first. You know, maybe go talk to Tammy. Right. Maybe go talk to Rick Geese. Maybe go talk to, who else can I think of right now? Who do we got down in Florida? We got, maybe go talk to Sonny San Lorenzo down in the Florida Keys. Right. Let's go over to maybe go talk to, I mean, these are all real people. Whoops. What happened there? My Bressy. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, go talk to Lee. Go talk to Larry, right? Go talk to Tammy. Go talk to Rick, or go over to Simple Listing Solutions. Talk to any of the agents over here, like Jenny, right? Or Tom Jacobs, or Adam Menconi with Sotheby's. Not hard to look these guys up, right? Just talk. Say, hey, stuff working for you? That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And if you guys want to do this, it's as easy as coming over here and click sign up. Right? But don't do that, because that'll cost you more money than it needs to, because if you click sign up at Simple Listing Solutions, what you're going to be signing up for is this stealth system. That's what I've been showing you all day. It's the stealth system. And if you click sign up, you'd see that there's a $600 setup fee. And I don't want you guys to pay that. Actually, I do, but you don't have to. Right? You don't have to, because you were on this webinar and you just received a 1-hour Fast Start training, which I won't have to repeat with you. So check it out. If you want to sign up and bring me onto your team, where I'm going to help you get short sale listings, FSBO listings, expired listings, divorce listings, probate listings, and work your center of influence, you choose, right? If you want to do that, what you ought to do is go over to simplelistingsolutions.com and then just write a little / up here in the browser bar, / and write the word offer. Offer. simplelistingsolutions.com / offer. If you do that, it'll bring you to this page that says enter webinar offer code. And right now, today is the 9th, and let's just see. Yeah, so today is the 9th. You're going to type in the word action, and that's going to carry all the way out until the 15th. So that's good for almost a week for you guys, 6 days, right? You can use action and just click submit. And offer code accepted. Beautiful. Continue. And what you're going to see is you just got a 50% discount off my setup fee, half off, okay, until the 15th. So you guys are certainly welcome to do that. I'd take advantage of that if you'd like to. We may say no, probably not, but depending on where you are, like if you're in the same town and locale as another client of mine, I'm going to say sorry. And then you'll get a email from us saying, hey, sorry, and we refunded the money back on your card, and but we'll stay in touch with you. We'll let you know if that space opens up, right? So that answers a lot of the questions that you guys had. 3 days to set it up, so it's $297 one-time setup fee if you use that discount code by the 15th. Any other costs? Yeah, you need to go get a domain name. And what kind of domain name should you get? Well, if you're going to have a farm area, maybe name it after your farm. Right, like myvillageparkhome.com, right, or coralspringshome.com, right, something like that. Or you could brand your name, right, the chrissalvedateam.com. You could do that too, You could do that too. So those are some ideas. But that's it. You just need a domain name. And then you just pay a setup fee and give us 3 days to make your tools and to get the website and stuff set up for you. Right now, our turnaround time is actually a little quicker. It's about 48 hours. So today is Tuesday. You guys could be up and running on Thursday. And then you could get your IDX plugged in, and I'll get you on a fast start training. I'll show you how all this stuff works, and I'll introduce you to your IT support, and show you how to maneuver your way around, right, this back office, and how to get your website set up the way you want it. So yeah, we'll do all that stuff. You're never going to be abandoned or thrown to the wolves, right? So lots of stuff you can do with this system, right? Lots of stuff you can do with the system. The sky's the limit. I do want to give you guys one idea here. Remember how I showed you that screen capture software that we give you? Let me show you something here. Why is that important? Let's look at the home page of this website. Is this one I want to look at? Yeah, let's look at the home page of this website. Look, if I took the screen capture software that we give you guys for free, and what if I just came over here like this, and if I took a picture of my website? All right, watch, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture of my website. Right. So here's a picture I just took of my website. I could say File, Save As, Picture of my website. Right. And then what I could do is I could take this picture of my website, right, and I could print it on a piece of paper. Right. So in other words, I could print out my website on a piece of paper that I could now fold up in an envelope and stick in the mail. Right. I don't need you to go find me on the internet. That's never going to happen. I'm going to mail you my website. Right. Why would I do that? Because I know that if I mail you my website, and if I put a little sticky note on it, like a little Post-it note, or if I take a red pen, right, to my website, and I say, hey, check this out, right, and I circle stuff, you'll open up the envelope and you'll check it out. You'll open up the envelope, you'll pull this thing out, you'll see this little sticky note, and you'll go, what? And you'll see this thing that says Forest Ranch for sale by owners, right? Or you'll see this because I drew a red arrow and I circled it, and it says Forest Ranch expired listings. Right, and then so what does this note say down here? Right, have a look. I think you'll appreciate what you find. Right, and then I'd have the whole back side of this piece of paper left. Right, like if you flip the paper over, it'd just be blank. I'd have a whole. I could put anything I wanted on the back side, couldn't I? Like, couldn't I explain how my free seller assist program works on the back side? Or couldn't I write a note, because people read notes, right? Couldn't I keep it short and sweet? Couldn't I write a note saying, hey, listen, you had your home on the market and it didn't sell. That's frustrating. Go over here and check out everybody else it happened to. Couldn't I do that on the back of this, right? So if I mailed this website to somebody in Forest Ranch and I marked it up like this and I wrote, hey, check it out, to an expired or to a FSBO, do you think they would? Of course they would. Of course they would. I promise you guys, they would. Right. In fact, if I had it just listed on the other side of this, I could go hand out my just listed in Forest Ranch, and I could knock on 100 doors around my listing as I hand out my just listed, and I could point out to them not only, hey, did I just list a house down the street, check it out. I could turn it over and say, hey, by the way, if you guys want to find out who all your nosy neighbors are in the neighborhood, go over to this website. Thanks, have a nice day. And now I didn't just hand out a just listed flyer. I left them with a mental time bomb ticking between their ears. Who was that at the door, honey? I was a realtor. He listed a home down the street. It's that Spanish place on the corner. It's on the market for $8.99. But check it out. Nosy neighbors. He says we got a bunch of nosy neighbors around here. As she's making a beeline towards the laptop on the coffee counter, right? Because she wants to go see what that is. Okay. So everything that I do, you guys, is not. Hey, let's just try this. It's very thought out, right? And the stuff works. It works. And I've got a fabulous mentor in my life. You guys may know Dean Jackson. Dean Jackson is the sharpest marketing mind on the planet. You guys want to know who Dean is. If you don't know who Dean is, you just go Google Dean Jackson, right? And I've got a fabulous, not only is he my coach and my mentor and has been for about 15 years and a dear friend, but I've got some Dean Jackson tools back here that you could go out and you could pay top dollar for, or you could just come back here as a member and you could click on the link and you could save about 70%, right, on some of his most productive tools. You could do that right through your back office, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on in your back office besides just come check your lead center and see what leads are getting dripped on, right? There's everything. There's Learn YouTube. There's Learn Craigslist. There's watch a bunch of videos. There's everything. So you'll learn as you get into it, you guys. Great questions. Thank you for your for your time today. I hope you guys got some great ideas. And again, if you want to get started with us, it takes less than 72 hours right now to have your system up and running. You just need to go get a domain name. And then you could come over here to my website at simplelistingsolutions.com, and you could just put in a little /, up until the 15th. That gives you another week, and then that'll take you to the page where you could write in that discount code, which was ACTION, 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 and then you're off to the tracks. And listen, I can make it even easier because I did see it in there, Action 3. Check that out. Let's see if that's going to work for you. Yes. Action 3 you guys might prefer to use because you know what that's going to do? That's going to give you a 50% discount, and it breaks it up into 3 payments, right? 0 interest. Right, $99 a month, plus your monthly, right? So it's $99 plus $39 a month for your first 90 days, and then it's just $39 a month. Okay, I've got another program. It's my pro level program where you can sign up for all the same tools, all the same stuff at the pro level, but it's an additional $150 a month. And at the pro level, you've got my cell phone number and your cell phone. I'm on your team, right? We're on the phone weekly, at least for the first 60 days until you're off and flying. Usually, then people drop back down, but that's an option for you too, just so you know. Okay, I think I answered all the questions. Oh, tools. No, we don't print your stuff out, printed pieces in your back office. You can go to the letter library and find letters. Right? Or you can come over here to where it says downloads, and you're going to find a bunch of short sale tools over here in the downloads section. For example, if you want to get, like, let's say that tear sheet printed, you just click tear sheet, open, right? And this is something you don't even need to send to the printer. It's 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, right? You can just print it on your own printer, right? And it'll have your URL and your toll-free number, everything already built in. Certified short sale advisor. Here's the tear sheet letter. It just exists in your back office. Just click open print. Right, we'll have your domain name already built into it. All your tools will exist that way. Right, so if you want to get let's say you want to get this business card printed, you could say download business card. And now the business card is obviously something you're going to have to send to the printer. Right? You can't print those yourself, but it's camera ready. Right, it's just it'll be waiting here right here for you with your name, your brokerage, your number, all your stuff on it. Right, so if you want to get these cards printed up, there you go, upload it. Go to vistaprint.com, upload. Prudential on the other side, whatever your card is, your brokerage goes on the other side, right? So that's how your tools exist. Ebooks, you could download the short sale ebook right here. You could download it in Spanish, right? And all the short sale tools we have in English and Spanish. So whether it's door hangers, letters, postcards, ebooks, English and Spanish. And that's just for the short sale tools, right? They're all in here. You could come down here and you could say download the Real Estate Divorce Advisor Gold Seal. Right, so let's just click on it and see what that looks like. Right, so here you go. You've got this. You can just get it. So if you want to put it in your email signature, put it on your marketing pieces. The artwork is right back here in your downloads section. If that makes sense to you guys. Right. So here we are in the back office. Let me just get out of this uploads link. Wow, got a lot of images in here that go for miles and miles. Right. So from the back office, yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on back here. I'm not even sure what I was just showing you guys. I got lost up there, but all great questions. Thanks for your time today, you guys. If you have any more questions, just feel free to give us a phone call over at Simple Listing Solutions, and I'll chat with you personally. You're not going to get a gatekeeper. If I don't answer right away, I'll call you back. It just means I'm on the phone with somebody else, but I'm happy to chat with you and answer any questions you might have about the system from here. Other than that, hey, I look forward to joining your team and helping you make it a phenomenal rest of the year. Okay, thanks for your time today. Bye.